Hello, and welcome to episode 49, How to Be an Outstanding Hypnotist That Gets Even Better Results and Makes Even More Money. Do you know the most powerful tool in a hypnotist toolbox? Do you want to learn tips and techniques and strategies that can get your clients from where they are to where they want to be faster than you probably ever thought possible? Do you want to learn hypnotic enhancers that really can make change in the subconscious mind? Well, if you want to know some of the answers to these questions, then this show is for you because I am going to share with you a number of tips, tricks, techniques, strategies, and a system, a success system that can work really well for you and for your clients. But before we get into the show, you're probably wondering a little bit about who I am and what is going to happen today. So I want to first of all welcome you. Welcome to the Randi Light experience. Welcome to my show. If you've been here before, awesome. A lot of people have been starting to watch this, whether it's live or the recording. So I want to welcome you. If you're new, I want to welcome you. This is definitely for hypnotists, but you will learn cool things and ideas that you could actually give to friends and families and do on your own. So also, this is called the Randi Light experience. And so what that means is that you will get hypnotized. You will get to go through a hypnotic experience that can help you implement some of the things that you learn during the program today. Now, we want to know that you're here. We want to know that you're here, that you're listening, whether it's live or to the recording. Say hello, say something. When I ask questions, answer them, type them in, and let us know that you're here. I also truly love those bubbles that go across the screen, the like bubbles, the love buttons. Just let us know. Be interactive. It'll help you remember some of the things, and it will give me some energy to really give you some great ideas. So let me talk a little bit about myself, since you're probably wondering who I am anyway. And I, for the past 11 years, have hypnotized thousands of children and adults to virtually overcome almost everything that you can think of. And I am the author of this book, The Essential Four, and the creator of the Essential Four system. It's hypnosis combined with coaching, and it gives you everything you need to get from where you are to where you want to be. I'm also the author of this book that's getting all prettied up soon too, and this is Peak Performance Scripts, Tips, and Techniques. And really, even though Peak Performance, it's for athletes, it's got tons of NLP scripts in it too. So these are just things that a little bit about me. And I have a deep passion for raising the consciousness of humanity and moving us forward into love. So getting away from the fear and moving forward into love. And I believe as a hypnotist, what we do, hypnotizing people, helping them to feel good, to be more confident, to get over their history, to start looking out the big bright window instead of the rear view mirror. I believe when we do that, when we upgrade our clients and when we upgrade ourselves, we are raising the consciousness of our own selves. We are shifting our vibes, and that could actually make a difference in what the world is focusing on. So anyway, so let's get into the show. I'm really excited, and remember, I'm going to hypnotize you guys at some point. So let us know that you're here. I know I keep moving and bumping around, but I'm settled in now. So to me, one of the most powerful tools in a hypnotic toolbox is regression. Regression is a process that takes you back in time to the root cause, to the source of a challenge, whether that is an emotional challenge or physical challenge. So for example, many of my clients come and they have anxiety, feelings of anxiety or depression, or dealing with insomnia, and of course, weight loss and things like that. People are emotionally eating, people are frustrated. And so it doesn't really matter what the issue is, the presenting issue. When you do regression, what happens is something amazing. So when you do regression, so there's this one regression called the affect bridge technique. And how it happens is you pick a memory in the recent past when you felt the negative feeling. And then your subconscious mind can follow a feeling back to the source, to the root cause, to the first time that anybody ever felt that feeling. And I explain all this to my clients. I train people in learning regression, and there are a number of different regression techniques. But what the thing is that our subconscious has stored every single thing that's ever happened to us. Every single thing that's ever happened to us is stored in our nervous system, in our bodies. But here's the thing, even though that's actually incredible, our memories get stored there from the perspective of the age that we are when the event takes place. So a 4-year-old's version of the world is very different than a 10-year-old or 20 or 40 or 60-year-old. So with regression, we can take you back in time to the source, to the root cause, to the first time you ever felt that feeling. For example, if you're 4 years old and your parents took your siblings or your cousins somewhere and they didn't take you, you could decide right then and there that there's something wrong with you, or they love them better or something. We can create any kind of belief. We draw a conclusion from everything that happens, but from the 4-year-old's perspective. So it probably isn't necessarily true. Now, there are definitely traumatic experiences that people go through, and that is not the point of regression. I would never want somebody to relive a traumatic scene. What happens is the memory gets stored, the emotions get stored in the body, and it helps to bring it to conscious awareness to release it. And what I've noticed is it creates a quantum healing. So when you get to the root cause, the initial sensitizing event, you can create a new belief. And I do specific things, the inner child work, to help them to really release that. And so one of the things that I'm going to share with you today is that I also utilize music. That's one of the hypnotic enhancers during regression. I utilize music, a song. I have a couple of songs that I incorporate into the session so that they really can be there for that little self. That little self wants the love, wants the attention, wants their needs met. And what's fascinating is what I also put together an acronym called burping them. It's B-E-R-P, burping them. So when you're a hypnotist and your client is back in time and their little self, you want to burp them. And I'm saying it funny on purpose because you want to get the beliefs, because we all draw conclusions around those beliefs. And we want to know what emotions they're feeling. We want to know what they're feeling all the time. We want to give them resources so that they can get through that scene so it's much more neutral or empowering. And we want to take positive learnings from that experience. There's always something positive that we can learn from an experience that we've been through. It made us stronger. We decided that we stopped the pattern, or that we are who we are because of those things that we went through. I mean, who knows what Tony Robbins would have been like if he didn't have the rough childhood that he had, and it gave him such motivation and passion to help so many other people. So in regression, that's what I believe. Regression is the most powerful tool in a hypnotic toolbox, because you can get to the root cause and release it and reframe the beliefs to the truth. You can get resources, and then all the memories and subsequent memories linked to the event get healed, get reevaluated. And so you, in essence, can grow up without that belief that you're not enough or you're not good enough. And you can then create a bright and compelling future. But here's the thing. Here's what I believe with regression, is that most people are not ready for it on the first session. And so you don't necessarily want to do it on the first session. I know personally people come to me for past life regression, and that luckily is a little bit, for the most part, disassociated. So they're not as engaged because it's from another lifetime, and it's not as intense. But the thing is that most people need to be built up. They need their confidence built. They need their egos strengthened in specific ways. They need to start to feel good again and to melt the stress. And so the Essential Four is that system that I showed you guys this before. And this is the Essential Four. And the second session of these 4 sessions is regression, but the first session is confidence building, ego strengthening, helping the client respond resourcefully to the world. So, and they have a great hypnotic experience. So if you would like to let me know right now, do you do regression? Are you confident in doing it? If you do it or don't do it, tell me why. Say something below. Let us know what's going on and how you feel about it. And it's interesting, if you could pick a dominant negative emotion for you, some people feel guilt and some people feel anger, some people feel resentment. And the thing is what do you think? So you can leave say something below. Let us know that you are, what you think about regression, if you've been regressed, and what you would say that you've seen are people's dominant negative emotions. So I'm going to continue sharing hypnotic enhancers in just a moment, but I am going to bring in a guest for a moment who's going to share with us a testimonial of her going through some of the processes and in utilizing the hypnotic enhancers to create success. So I'm going to try to bring her in now. Marty, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Okay.
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. So we have Marty. Marty, welcome to the show.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Really good to be here.
Yes, I'm so excited you're here and you have this beautiful glow around you. So it's really awesome.
Yes, as it should be. You helped me get there. So,
Yeah, well, tell us a little about, just, take a minute or so and tell us what you were dealing with if you wanted to, and the benefits that you received from going through the Essential Four and working on yourself.
I think to kind of put it all together, I was just dealing with a lot of negative experiences in the past, having been in situations, relationships that were abusive, and having problems with PTSD. And what I found in doing regression is it really solidified for me that we carry everything with us. So when we look at a timeline, you can't really put anything linear to it. It's always with us. So that going back in and recognizing and speaking with your child and holding your child and healing the child self and bringing that within was um, it was huge. It was no longer an observer, which is a very dissociated state in a different way than it's usually talked about. But it allowed me to own those emotions and allowed me to nurture and care for the child part of me. So that on the one side is really important because at that point, once you're integrated, you can step out into the world in a different way.
Nice. So that's what happened with you. You felt like you could step out into the world in a different way.
Right. Yeah. I think that in a very just to put that in a short way because I have a tendency to just ramble. So I'm trying to be focused.
Well,
Um,
and you did more than you did all the sessions of the Essential Four, and you wanted to continue to, because you are a musician and you have a beautiful voice, and you want to get to that next level, right? So, anything else you want to share about hypnosis and coaching and?
yes, I mean there's all kinds of things. Hypnosis is an amazing tool, and when it's utilized correctly, which Randy, you do it correctly, you get to the root of what the issue is. So you can let go of any of that self-doubt and let go of any of the negative, I mean those negative things that you got as a child. Part of nurturing your inner child is saying, hey, this programming is not right. So you get to reprogram, and you get to reprogram on a subconscious level. And to keep reinforcing it just takes you to a different place, and you are in effect stepping out into the world in a much different way. So it's a constant growth.
Would
And
you, would you say you're more confident, or how would you say you show up differently? Like, what are you just more congruent or present or peaceful, or how would you describe it?
I think more peaceful. So on the one hand, that's definite, but just completely comfortable with me. So in being comfortable in my own skin all the time, I I am able to get out there and play. So the problem was me playing guitar and singing. I could do either one, but not together. So we moved all the way through that, and I don't have any problem getting up on stage. I mean, of course, there's always a little bit of nervousness, but that's normal. That's part of being human. It might not be nervousness. It's just your body getting ready to do what you've decided to do. It's it's a natural state.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you remember that you signed an agreement that you had to promise to stop self-criticism and have your back and be there for yourself?
I do, and I'm not going to say I've been perfect on that.
No, not even
I
you.
don't
No,
think
no,
anyone can be.
no, but it's something to strive for. And the bracelet, so you guys, my clients get, so Marty and I have worked together on Zoom. So,
Mhm.
but I always encourage, whether I give you the bracelet in hypnosis or you get a bracelet, this bracelet helps you to stop self-criticism and believe in yourself. And anytime you say something negative, you take the bracelet off of your wrist and you put it on the other wrist. But the real point is to change your statement to something positive and truthful. So I give a gift while they're in hypnosis, and that's another hypnotic enhancers that I wanted to mention. And signing an agreement, we all give our clients an agreement to stop self-criticism, to have your back, to be there for yourself. And we understand that that's a journey, but the point is to be on that journey. I mean, Marty, do you think you'd been able to get where you are if you kept beating yourself up the way you were in the past about music and everything?
No,
No.
no, no, and that's still kind of an ongoing battle on its own level. That's always going to be a part of a not even comfortable, but a known groove. And so when you start to fall there, it's like, nope, nope, do
Right.
something different. Do
Yes.
something different, go back to it. But don't allow yourself to go down that path again. And that's the beauty of our biology, is that we can change it. We can make that choice to change it. And our thoughts are how we do it. So if we light up a different electrical system in our brain, that's where the pathway will go to. So it's important to try to maintain that level.
So before we say goodbye to Marty, if anyone has any questions for Marty, this is a good time to put them there, and I will ask her. If you guys have any questions for Marty, I have one question, and I'm just wondering, off the top of your head, if you remember, one of your favorite techniques that we did together. If there's anything, it doesn't even have to be favorite, just one that stands out.
We just did this. It was the balloon, and I love the balloon. I mean, because you're bringing in the reality of, you can hear the birds, but at the same time, you're also hearing the filling of the balloon, and so it's all just this beautiful setup on every level of sensory experience, and that allows you to rise up in a very or wherever you go in a very natural way. So
Well,
I
thank you,
enjoy that.
Marty. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
All right. Well, this is your last chance to ask Marty, because we're going to move on. We might have another guest in a little bit too, but Marty, thanks for sharing your results and your journey with us.
Yes, thank you for asking. Take
Okay.
care. Have a
Take
beautiful
care.
day.
Okay. You too. So, okay, you guys. So you've already learned that I wanted to share regression because I said, what do you think is the most powerful tool in a hypnotist toolbox? And that is regression. But I don't like to start with a regression on the first session. And as you found out, I have everyone sign an agreement that works with me to stop self-criticism, to believe in themselves, to have their back. And they sign that agreement, recognizing that that's a tall order in the moment. But everything then from that moment forward sort of brings all that together. So I give them the bracelet in hypnosis. So getting a gift is the concept. That's the hypnotic enhancer, getting a gift while you're in hypnosis. So giving your client a gift. I like to give them the bracelet. My bracelets say enlightened living. You're welcome to contact me to get some. You're welcome to create your own. They just say enlightened living with, and they have hearts on it. And it's a great reminder to stop complaining, to stop criticizing yourself, because that makes you feel bad. And that reinforces the neural pathways of you going to fear and doubt and worry, when as a hypnotist, our role is to get you to feeling confident and strong and be your best version of yourself. Now, all hypnotists need to work on themselves. That is another hypnotic enhancer. That is another tool or tip or technique to work on yourself so that you can upgrade your identity, so that you believe in you, so that you do have your back, and that you recognize who you are. It's really important for you to recognize who you are and upgrade who you are and get all parts of you working together. And I hire a coach. I have a coach. I encourage you to have a coach. I could be your coach. Somebody else, you could use my coach. There are so many different coaches, but the point is to have a coach, and that's a great thing. Now, I was recently at a conference, and this beautiful woman named Angela came to one of my shows. Let's see, can we hear you, Angela?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly. So
Great.
you guys, Angie, so we just had another guest, and now we have you. So it's really, really exciting. So I did a presentation at the Heartland Hypnosis Conference and taught one of the essential four. So one of the essential four was forgiveness. So, and Angie's going to share her story with us. Oh, and she's got the book too. Yay.
I do have the book, and I have started to use it in my practice because what I experienced at the Heartland Hypnosis Conference was huge for me. So I just went to it. I know Randi, love Randi, but I went to it thinking, I'm just going to learn something. I didn't think that I was actually going to be able to experience some healing myself. And even as I start talking about this, I get a little bit emotional because, I had a relationship that I was really good friends with this person for a very long time. And unfortunately, they hurt me in such a way, in such a betrayal that, I thought I did my forgiveness for them, but there was still that, that little piece that just loves to hang on. And during the forgiveness fire, what I experienced was enlightened. The angels that I saw that came appear to me, the way they cut the ties, the overall feeling, the way I communicated to my friend, it felt different. I don't know if you remember, Randi, it kind of was like, okay, I'm going to step out of the room. Okay, I'll talk to you a little bit. Because I was just overwhelmed with emotion that I had to go back to my room and just release it, and in a place that I felt comfortable releasing it, and just let my tears come out, because it wasn't necessarily tears of sadness, but tears of like release of this overwhelming, powerful emotion just leaving my body. And actually, a couple of days after the conference, when I got back, that friend, we haven't talked to each other, I'd say almost 3 years. She called me a couple of days after that. And I was just like, when the phone like rang, I called you. I'm like, the heck? And I was so nervous, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And she just called, and it wasn't like a big conversation. She just said, hey, I just wanted to say, I hate the way we ended things, and I kind of miss you. I miss my friend. And yeah, so it was just like we chatted a little bit. It was very short, but it was just like this doorway had opened and something had changed between the two of us. I feel like both of us let go of this anger and hurt that we had towards each other.
Because you did. That's what's so fascinating.
Yeah. 100%. And I didn't even know I was still hanging on to the anger. I was like, I'm over this. This is done. No big deal. But there was still a residual piece left over for me that clearly was still hurting me. And it was not even anger. I think it was just like the betrayal and the hurt of what she did to me. That pain of what she did was just like, you were supposed to be my best friend and you hurt me so deeply, but I let go of it and I don't feel that anymore. Now I feel like I can talk to her. We could rebuild this friendship if we wanted to. So
thank you so much for sharing that.
yeah.
And I have totally noticed that. And I know I mentioned it at the Forgiveness Fire, at the workshop, that these unusual things that people reach out after you go through the experience. We didn't get to work with your friend. We got to work with
Yeah.
you. And yet the results. So that's fascinating. So how have you, so you felt lighter, you felt more connected. Did it also spill out in other areas of your life that when you felt like you didn't have that carrying with you? And hi,
Well,
wait, hold on. Karen, let me say hi, Karen. She says, hi, beautiful
Karen.
ladies.
Love you, Karen. For me, well, first of all, the first thing I did when I got home, I think I contacted you. I'm like, I need your book. And so I actually started using it in my practice, especially for clients I feel like that just are not ready to forgive, that have literally said no. And they're just stonewalling me on this one little piece. I feel like this is a way where it's not necessarily presented as forgiveness for somebody else, but just for you to release what no longer serves you. And I think that's probably the biggest way. Sorry, my little puppy's trying to get in here. It's probably the biggest way that has changed me. And I've seen it help my clients. I've done it 3 times now. And every single time I've had different experiences, one where it was just kind of like somebody came out of it and we're just like, well, that was interesting. Another person where somebody was incredibly emotional. And we probably spent about a half an hour after the session of her just releasing that energy and releasing those feelings. And then another one where, she actually talked to a brother a couple weeks after that. Her brother and her had a family reunion thing that they were kind of getting together for. And her brother and her spoke. And they hadn't spoke for over a decade. They just kind of were in the same space at family events and never really spoke to each other. So I think that was, really awesome. And I feel like overall, I am more connected to what I would say is my guides. I after that session, I I don't really share this with people. Sometimes I feel energies of people and I can read them and I can feel what's going on with them. And sometimes I can even see what's happening to them. And I feel like that doorway opened up quite a bit that weekend for me. And it was just like, okay, there's all this information, lots going on. So I found that was very empowering for me as well.
Wow. So this is what I say. I say that I tell everyone that these are the kind of things that can happen. Like first of all, people, to do forgiveness on the first session when you show up, a lot of people are not ready. And that's why this is a session that this is the book, but this is 4 sessions. And the last session is forgiveness because you want to get built up, right? And people need to prepare and release and do regression and get to that place where they are ready. And then I always have believed and always tell people too about what your experience where people reach out after a couple of days after you go through the forgiveness fire. And then I also tell people that then it opens up the intuition because you've released things that could be blocking you from that direct line. Oh my God.
100%. That for me, like if you ask my good friend Mark, he's very intuitive. I would say for years I've kind of like pushed that part of me aside. Like, yeah, I don't want that gift. I don't want that gift. But more that I experience it, the more I'm like, okay, well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's an amazing thing. You just have to learn how to utilize it in a way that's beneficial to you,
Oh my God, you're a hypnotist. So, I mean, that's I love it. I totally get into. And this is another hypnotic enhancer. This is another tip or trick. If you want to be intuitive, well, first of all, go through the Essential 4, do it. I mean, you have it done, talk to Angela or me or somebody who does it. And I know Karen loves the Essential 4 too, but then but I get I like to burn sage before and after every session.
Yes, or Palo Santo.
Or Palo Santo, and I like to get myself into a really resourceful state, right? And get connected and get aligned. So that you are able to be intuitive and very present for your clients. And then what I love also about the Essential Four is you kind of have a general guideline of what you're going to be doing with them so that you can even be more intuitive. So
That's
super
actually
cool.
something I have to say. I have quite a few different, I've done so many online courses. I've done so many different programs. This book, your book, actually, for me, who's an analytical kind of person, the way you break it down is so easy to follow. Like I got the book and the next day I was able to use it, you know, without even reading through it yet, because that's how much it guides you through what you have to do. I spent about 10 minutes beforehand going, okay, I know my client needs this. It came just perfectly in time. And I went through it. And then when I was done with the session, I obviously read the book, but I needed to do it real quickly. And it was like, because you put that book together so well and so able to just run with it right away, I was able to use it right away in a session with the client, which is really helpful.
That's awesome. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I tried to break it down for different ways people think and do, and I really did. And you guys can get the book, and I'm doing the training actually. I'm training people online, like you said, and you'll be able to get it if you can't make it live. You guys can purchase it, obviously, and do it on your own if you feel like you need it. I mean, obviously the book is pretty much, as she said, broken down, but if you're a new hypnotist, you definitely want to go to this training. If you've had training in all kinds of things, then, you know, the book is going to suffice, I would think.
Yeah, I think either way. I mean, I think the book for me, it's like, and it was fun to see similarities. Like, you know, you the bracelet with the confidence. I actually make chakra bracelets for my clients.
Aww.
And I was like, when I read that, I was like, oh my God, I do the same thing where you have to switch the bracelet to arms when you change the way you think. And I was like, this is like, I knew it. I knew that we had some similarities. It was just like, wow, I do that too. It was very cool.
Very cool. And so, yeah, so it's kind of like the 100th monkey where it starts to get out. Just do these things. I mean,
Well, and
I
it
love.
makes such a big effect on your clients. You know what I mean? I love that you have that in there, and I love that the way you shaded it. So like you knew, like when like I said, I used it right away without having to read it. You shaded that part just in case I didn't have a bracelet handy, but luckily I had one ready to go. I always do for my clients, and I was like, perfect. Here we go. You know, the way the book is set up, it's just so easy to follow.
Okay, awesome. And Angie, anything else you want to share, even though all this was so beautiful? Anything else you want to
Uh,
say?
Yeah, I just think that if you have a chance to go to a hypnosis conference, I think that Randi's classes are always great. You will always feel something. You will always learn something and grow from it. So at least that's what I found from my experience so far. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Oh my God, so good to see you and your
Good
puppy.
to see you too. Bye.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, you guys, it is almost time. We need to do hypnosis. But so far, you have learned all kinds of cool things of ways to do hypnotic enhancers, of ways to upgrade. And one of the key things I want to share is that the Essential Four is a system. So it's 4 sessions. And my main point, if you're a hypnotist, is I believe everybody needs to go through the Essential Four, but I believe everybody could use many sessions because we have 60,000 thoughts a day. And however you're working with your clients, yes, they can get results on the first session, but there's always another layer of the onion to peel. And there's always another level of confidence, of success. So that you can guide your clients, and you want to provide them with a system. You want to provide them with a package, a program, and offer them that opportunity to stay with you and learn from you and heal with you. So those are some of them. There probably is quite a few more. If you know of a hypnotic enhancer or something that you've used, we can recap right now. And then I'm going to take you guys into hypnosis so you can experience a wonderful, wonderful, relaxed and focused state where we can deliver suggestions of you feeling even more confident on the subconscious level. Now, the recap is, first of all, get yourself into a resourceful state. Second, do the work on yourself. Hire a coach or a hypnotist. Well, a hypnotist that's a coach would be the best. And get yourself trained. Do training. I'm doing an online training of the Essential Four. It's live on July 11th, 12th, and 13th. And you will also then be able to get the recording. And I might as well just tell you now that if you jump in by July 5th, even if you just make a deposit, you get a complimentary, hour-long complimentary coaching call to go with it, and a $50 savings. So just throwing that out there in case you know someone, or you know that you want to learn the Essential Four, and you want to learn regression and timeline and forgiveness, and the coolest first session that gets, you know, I've had people's fibromyalgia go in to remission on the first session. Their pains go away, they sleep great. There's just so many, many positive things. It reduces stress, melts the stress, resets the systems, makes people feel great. And obviously then you can be more intuitive, more present for your clients. Think about giving them a bracelet while they're in hypnosis. Think about playing music, like a song, to help them do the inner child work. And I also, before, 2 more minutes, I guess, and then I have CBD, like this is 0 THC CBD, but I also have my clients utilize it. I also, I sell it. I also have audio recordings that they get. They always get an audio recording for calm and confidence, or for healing your body, or for weight loss. They also get a workbook or a guidebook, depending on what they're coming in for. I have one that's for mostly for almost everything, and then one specifically for weight loss, for smokers. So that helps them keep track of their learning, right? Aha moments or anything like that. I think I see Patricia. Patricia, I can't tell who everyone is, but I see her face. Say hello. I see that you're watching. But it's super cool, and thanks for sending some of those love buttons across the screen. Well, now you get the opportunity to get hypnotized. So if you just started watching and you just want a short, wonderful hypnotic experience, then you want to stop multitasking, and get into a comfortable position. So do that now, you guys, so you can enjoy this. So I'm going to guide you into a focused and relaxed state. And hi, Patty, Patricia, I guess that's how we call you, even though Facebook has it Patricia. It is Patricia. So hi, welcome to the show. Thanks for showing up. I should have you come onto the show too, because you could share a great testimonial too, because you also came to Heartland Hypnosis, and you are a great hypnotist too. And I'm so excited to hypnotize you guys. And then you can watch the replay for hypnotic experience and to get more hypnotic enhancers. So go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath in, and hold your breath in for as long as you comfortably can. While holding it in, look up above your eyebrows, connecting with your higher self and your intuition, and then lower your eyeballs, tell yourself relax, and feel yourself relax as you imagine a healing sound wave flowing through you from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Let's do that again. Another deep breath in. Hold that breath in, look up, connect with your higher self and your intuition. When you do lower your eyeballs, breathe out, tell yourself relax, and hear a healing sound wave flowing through you from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Now you can continue to deep breathe or resume normal breathing, or both. Either way, picture a set of stairs right now that lead you down to your peaceful place, also known as your superpowers place, where you feel totally relaxed and at ease. Now, this can be indoors or outdoors. It can be on top of a mountain, by a waterfall, in the water. It's your creative mind. Picture the stairs now. I'll count backwards from 5 to 1. You allow each number and step you take to double your relaxation. And sense down below that beautiful place, your superpowers place. So begin to feel the warmth of the radiant sun, see the bright blue sky, and hear the sweet sounds of animals welcoming you and greeting you. And take a step down now, from 5 down to 4, and let go even more. And then step down and drift down to 3 and double that relaxation. See, hear, and feel yourself step down to 2. You're almost there. You're almost at your superpowers place, your peaceful place. So with the final count of 1, step down and arrive in this peaceful place. Find a place for you to relax, to sit, to lay, or float, and get so much more relaxed. So you're melting right there into the chair, and you feel so good. Allow every word you hear me say to relax you, to comfort you, to deepen you. And allow sounds you hear to relax you and fade away. And allow every suggestion I say for your highest good to flow right into your mind and make a deep, lasting impression, strengthening the neural pathways of positivity, where you believe in yourself, where you're much more intuitive. So just allow yourself now to go even deeper and deeper to a place inside you where things change, where things heal, where insight lives, and recognize and realize from this moment forward, you are so much more calm, you are so much more confident, and you are so much more in control of your thoughts, in control of your feelings, in control of your actions and your reactions. Decide right now on something that you want for your session right now, for your life, for your business. Perhaps you want to upgrade your identity or increase your financial thermostat. Maybe you just want to feel even calmer and more confident. Maybe you want to be more intuitive. Decide on what you want right now. And as you decide on what you want, maybe you want to create a system and offer a bigger package to your clients so they can get even better results. You have everything you need. You're just learning how to use the power of your mind to upgrade your identity, to believe in yourself, and have your back. So as you set your intentions, you decide what you want, you take a moment to vividly imagine it as if it already exists. If you want more clients, see them writing you a check, or you getting the money through PayPal, or in your office, and they leave there so grateful. Vividly imagine your end result that you want, your intention. See the details, hear the sounds, and feel the feelings. And once you know what you want and you know the end result, notice how you feel. Create a wonderful feeling as if you already have this. You're a 6-figure income goddess. You're presenting more at conferences. You believe in you. You have your back. You learn from every experience. The key here is to open your heart and get into an attitude of gratitude or love or joy, an elevated mood. As you arrive in an elevated mood, set an intention and see it as if it already exists. That's how you get what you want. So decide right now 5 things you could feel truly grateful for about yourself: qualities, resources, kindness, helping others, smart. Get into that attitude of gratitude. Feel that gratitude in your heart and allow your heart to open even more. And then vividly imagine that end result already completed one more time. And notice how even better it feels. And once you've done that and you feel great, decide on about 3 things you're going to do to achieve this. Maybe you're going to meditate every morning. Maybe you're going to send out an email from your heart. 3 things that you're going to do, and watch yourself doing them with a great feeling. Maybe you're going to decide this is what you're going to do every day. When you get up in the morning, set your intentions, get into an attitude of gratitude, and see the end results with a great feeling. Excellent. So now I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When I get to 5, I'm going to snap my fingers, and this beautiful new you, refreshed and alert, is going to emerge back in the present, but with a wonderful feeling and tools and techniques for success. Starting right now with a count of 1, take a big, deep energy breath in. 2, speeding up with a lot of confidence and peace. 3, in the present, in a new mind, new body, new you. 4, speeding up with lots more energy and confidence. And with the count of 5, open those eyes. Feel energized. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. So remember to incorporate those hypnotic enhancers. And the more intuitive you are, the more those hypnotic enhancers are going to come to you. So I hope you enjoyed that. I want to let you know a couple of things. I want to let you know that I am doing a training on the Essential 4 and that you can do it online with me. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, July 11th, 12th, and 13th. You can do 1 day, you can do 3 days, or you can get the recording. Either way, if you make a deposit by July 5th, if you make a deposit, you can get a $50 savings and a complimentary hour-long coaching call with me. So that is all included just for you. I want your success. And if there's any other way I can help you, please let me know. You can message me, you can reach out to me, and randilighthypnosis.com for more information and to register for the awesome training. And you guys, I got to tell you about next week's show. So from now on, the show is going to be on Thursdays. Thursdays at 12 o'clock Central Time. Thursdays are when the show is going to be. And Patricia, thank you. You're so, so welcome. My pleasure. Perfect for today. Yes, you came on just in time, or I saw you just in time. And so next week's show is actually a hypnotist, but he overcame Crohn's disease. I forgot what he said, but he's like how he conquered Crohn's disease. He has been symptom-free for 20 years. He's going to share with us what he did to overcome Crohn's disease. That's pretty super cool. So I hope you join us next week. And I hope you enjoyed the show, whether you're listening live or to listening to the recording. Let me know what you thought of that quick hypnotic experience and how it made you feel. And definitely reach out to me if you want to know more. All right, I will be looking for those things that you write down below, and let other people know about it too. Spread this word. You can spread it now that it's been done. You can share it with lots of other people. All right, Randi Light, Peak Performance Coach. Bye-bye for now.